What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick. If I'm playing PvP, you know something big is going down, Cactus. And today, this is the first weekend Trials of Osiris is available within Destiny 2 episode Heresy. And that means it's the first weekend we get to experience the massive changes that were implemented with the Trials overhaul. And guys, I gotta say, I was shocked, and I mean shocked, at just how worth it playing Trials of Osiris is right now. And I want to stress, if you are not a PvP player, if you avoid PvP like the plague, like me honestly, it is still going to be raining loot. Now, why is that? Well, let's get started. But just before we do, have you ever heard of an exo rig, a mechanical suit designed to push the human body beyond its limits? I actually developed something similar to claim vendor engrams at the end of a Destiny 2 season. But if you want a much cooler version of that, you've got to check out today's sponsor, Exoborne. It's a brand new tactical open world extraction shooter set in environments that are torn apart by the forces of nature. Seek out powerful exo-rig technologies to gain advantages over other players in a constantly changing weather system. Sounds pretty sick, right? Well, what if I told you you could play right now for free? That's right, there is a playtest currently going on from February 12th to the 17th, and all you gotta do is go sign up on their Steam page. That's it. No strings attached. They're just passionate developers who actually want people to try out and play their game and give feedback. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. And while you're down there, make sure to wishlist Exoborne as well. Now, some cool features of the game include crafting and gear. You can unlock new blueprints and craft new gear by taking on assignments. Exoborne provides constant player progression and a high level of adaptability, making the Exo Rigs a tactical platform for players' equipment choices. And of course, those constantly changing weather events, that is a force of nature. Tornadoes and storms not only pose a deadly threat, but also can offer amazing loot if you're willing to take the risk and enter them. And so guys, what the heck are you waiting for? Click the link in the description down below and head over to their Steam page to sign up for the ongoing playtest and your chance to play Exoborne. Get on it, gamers. Now, the first thing you need to do if you want to play Trials is talk to the Trials vendor, Saint 14, and you're going to see the passages system is completely overhauled. There's only two, the Trials of Osiris passage. This is like practice matches, it says, and if you're really not confident in your PvP skills, you could pick up this one, but what I did was the Lighthouse passage, and this is what has changed the most, because guys, you no longer need to go flawless. All you need to do is get 7 wins total and you'll get to the Lighthouse. And your rewards are based on your win streaks. So you can still do a 7-0, flawless technically win streak and have a 7 win streak, go to the Lighthouse, and your rewards are based on that. What I wanted to do, however, is have a more realistic experience. Again, I'm a PvE player. I'm a washed PvE player. So what I did is instead of hopping in the DMs of my PvP playing friends, I just grabbed a bud I play PvE with, and he grabbed one of his buds. That was it. So yes, we were a full fire team, but it was far from sweaty. If you can get a full fire team, that does matter because you actually get more loot as a full fire team. So that's something important to know. But we just went to the Lighthouse. And again, this was not 3 people absolutely sweating. I was using my PvE Arc Titan loadout. By the way, bolt charge is still nutty in PvP, but I had like the Heart of Inmost Light on. Like, I was not min-maxing for PvP, guys, and as a result, we lost a few times. Like, what we did is we managed a 5 win streak, okay? So we didn't even do the 7-0 perfect flawless. Like, we were just, I would say, a relatively average team, maybe slightly above average, going through PvP, and this is going to be the experience that I'm sure a lot of people who don't religiously play Trials are going to experience. And guys, remember, I just got a 5 win streak. I didn't even get the max win streak of 7. This is what happened when I opened the Lighthouse chest. It was a literal rain of loot for a 5 win streak. And this is what shocked me. I mean, this is literally like a Borderlands style loot explosion happening in Destiny. And to break down the rewards here, guys, I got a Trials Memento, 2 Ascendant Shards, 3 normal Trials Weapons, and then 2 Adept Trials Weapons. So 5 Trials Weapons total, 3 Trials Armor Pieces, a Shader, and 3 Osirian Ciphers. Now, Osirian Ciphers, remember, are used to eventually, when you get 10, you can turn those ciphers into more Trials weapons. And so, again, that loot explosion is only partially what you'll receive in terms of loot. Remember, guys, the entire journey up to getting these 7 wins was also filled with loot drops. I mean, check out what is happening at the end of these matches. Almost every single time, in fact, I would say literally every single time, I would get at least 1 Trials drop. Sometimes it was armor, but often it was weapons. And even the losses, guys, look at what happens at the end of this loss. We took the L here, and I still get 2 Trials weapons for an L. Like, that's actually insane. And so you have 7, or more matches worth of loot. So again, we won 5 in a row, we lost 2. So overall, that would be, 7 wins, 8, 9 matches total. Every single one of those matches, we would get a Trials drop, okay? Then you get the absolutely massive loot explosion for our 5 win streak. But you're also getting loot after that journey. As you can see right here, you head back down to Saint 14, and what's waiting for you? Oh, it's a ton of Trials engrams. That's right, you've been ranking up your Trials rank and earning Trials engrams this entire time. And then you can convert those into even more Trials weapons. I mean, as you can see right here, I use my Osirian Ciphers to get another Adept Trials weapon. In total, guys, for this run, I got 3 Exalted Truth Adept hand cannons. 3. Guys, in the past, this would require multiple actual flawless trips to the Lighthouse. And by the way, one of those Adept hand cannons had a pretty cool PvE role with destabilizing rounds and a repulsor brace. That's gonna be pretty saucy on a Gearfalcon Hunter, let me tell you. But I digress, guys. This is truly one of the most impactful overhauls I've ever seen. I mean, like, the difference between what Trials loot was before and then what it is now, I mean, just describing, again, my experience just with the 5 win streak, if we had done that before, we wouldn't have even gone to the Lighthouse. There would be no loot explosion, which means, like, no Adept Trials weapons, no Ascendant Shards, like, that's a valuable resource, and way less loot in general. Like, I noticed just the loot at the end of match rewards was significantly increased compared to what it otherwise was. I know there was a fix to Trials a few months ago that was supposed to increase those after match loot drops, and so, like, all these things factor together to just now make Trials one of the most loot-filled activities you can possibly do. Like, now it's kind of making me jealous of all the PvP players. I mean, where's the loot explosion for beating a Grandmaster, for beating a raid? You get like 1 weapon for beating a raid. I want my loot explosion. Like, this is really actually a crazy, crazy difference, guys. And again, the fact that you don't have to go flawless to achieve this, the fact that you're going to get a loot explosion even with something like a 3 win streak, and even if you can only manage a 1 win streak, guys, you can still have the chance to get Adept Trials weapons from a 1 win streak. So you just get 7 wins in total, period. You have a chance to get Adept Trials weapons. This is one of, again, the biggest changes I've ever seen in terms of the quality of loot, in terms of accessibility, and it really does make doing Trials of Osiris worth it for everyone. Now, long term, this could be so much loot that we do see the player population fall off, like, in the future, because, like, you're just gonna get all the rolls you want as soon as a weapon is available, and so, the next time the hand cannon is available, like, you probably won't need to play again. Honestly, Trials had so many issues already and the player population was already so low. That isn't a hypothetical issue for another time. Right now, holy crap, Trials is worth it, and I say that as a PvE player, guys. And guys, one more reminder to click the link in the description and sign up for that Exoborne playtest. So, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.